Hey cherries, it's Jessica here, and I just finished creating this mini album using the new Tranquility collection from 49 in Market. So I'm going to flip through it and show the materials that I used to make it. So I started with the Quad Folio, and the Quad Folio is like a blank slate that you can do a lot to. So it just opens up like this, and then it folds back in. So it's a long opening type of album, and you can see how it folds up. And so I started with that as my base, and then I used Foundation Pages A, and these also come with a lot of different ways that it can be assembled. So there are pages like this. There are also more pages that fold out. I love interactive albums, and this is really perfect for that. This is a page where I could fold along this score line and have another flap. And that's same with a lot of these. This is some more pages, and you could make a waterfall effect with. And then there's some smaller pages here as well. These are if you wanted to add any extra turns in your page. Here are some more different shaped pages. So that's all that I used to create the base of my album. So you'll be able to see when I flip through here where I put all of them. So let's get started flipping through. You can see on the front cover here I have a lot of layers and dimension. I used the 6x8 paper pad, and that is perfect for this size album because you don't have to trim down any pages. They all just fit really nicely. I distressed the edges of all of these pages before I put them in as well. So I used my Sizzix paper distresser, and then also some weathered wood Tim Holtz distress ink. So here's the first page. When we open up, I didn't have photos ready yet, so I just put these white pieces that I can easily see where the photo will go and add it in at a later time. Pages like this, it was just from the 6x8, and I took a craft knife to cut this element out so I could stick the photo under there, and that's same with this page. So when you have pretty elements on your paper, don't cover it up. You can simply cut it out and tuck your photos behind them. Here's how this page opens up, and this has some folders on both sides. These I could leave as is or put a few little photos. I love having pockets in my albums because if I have extra tickets or photos from the trip, that I will add photos for in here. So if I have any extras, I can tuck them in the pockets, and if I don't, they still are a cute interactive place. This would also be a really great place to add some journaling as well. Moving to the next section here, and I've got a little pocket here, and this would be really cute for a couple photos. And then I just did some light layering on this page as well. These are, again, elements that I cut out from the 6x8 paper. So you can see here, when I pull out the photo mats, that I just cut it right out from the 6x8. And once you add your photos in there, you don't see that on the edge, and it perfectly covers it up. And it just gives you a really nice element. Here have a little opening. I put a magnet both here and in here so it nicely closes. This page I could do journaling or have a larger photo or even a few smaller photos. And here is where I put some of those flaps. So you can really see that you can fit a lot in this album. 49 in Market pieces layer up really beautifully. A lot of times I'll just use a couple tickets and mix in a leaf or floral element. Here is how that one page I used opens up. So again, it really holds a lot in here. And these pages, especially this one, it is pretty chunky because I have some paper clips and foam squares and chipboard pieces, so you can fit a lot in here. This element is from the cluster kit. Just I rearranged it a little bit and I love how it turned out. If you haven't tried the cluster kits yet, I'd recommend them. I think they're a lot of fun. Here I have another pocket and just a few elements in here. Here is where I used another cluster kit. So the cluster kit comes with enough to do 4 or 5 clusters. And I also have a magnet here and here. So again, this has a nice closure. On the last page here, I have a waterfall. So I am holding it together using this ribbon. And here it is when you open it up. I included small embellishments on each of these pages. I also like to save the extras from a collection when I don't have the photos in yet, because once I start adding the photos, I might have like another photo I'd want here, and I might want a few embellishments with it, so I make sure to save them. A lot of times I'll just save them directly in the album. I'd be curious to know if you ever scrapbook without any photos, or do you always have the photos first? So that's the flip through of this album, and to close it up, it just rolls right up. And then there is a magnet right here that keeps it closed. So if you haven't tried this type of album yet, I really recommend it. I think they're a lot of fun and you can personalize it a lot. So let me know if you're going to try, and thanks for watching.